Hey everybody, welcome back to True North VR and welcome to Civilization 7. I'm super excited for this one. This is one of my new favorite games. In this video I'm going to go through the intro, go through how the game works, go through some gameplay with you, talk about what I like about the game and what might be a little bit difficult as well. I'm really excited for this one. Let's jump right into it. So when you first get into the game, it's going to prompt you to choose a leader who you represent in the game, and each of them have their own little perks. You can go through each of them, but you're going to see leaders like Machiavelli, Alexander the Great, Confucius, and so many more. Once you've chosen that, then you're going to choose the age and the civilization that you want to represent. Once you've gone through that, there's a few other little settings that you can go through. Difficulty, game speed, map type, map size, all that kind of stuff, and then you're going to get into the game. So for basic movement around, if you hold that inside trigger and pull yourself or push yourself around, you can move. If you pull the front trigger and grab that little orb that you saw in front and then tilt the joystick up and down, you can move the table or tilt the table to any of your custom feeling there. To move the board around, you can just use that right joystick and it will pan around the map. So this is how you're going to get around to see everything. To zoom in and out, hold that inside trigger on the right hand and toggle that joystick up or down, and that's going to zoom you in or out. This is going to make it really easy to get around the map very quickly or zoom in and see more details about what's going on a specific spot. By clicking that options button on your left controller, that's going to open up the settings, and there you can choose mixed reality. In mixed reality, you can make that board bigger or smaller, and it is also supposed to be able to sit on a table as well. It didn't really work for me when I tried it, but that's an option that they do offer. So this is a turn-based game. Each of your turns you're going to be able to do a various assortment of things. Those things can include moving your units, attacking with those units, healing those units. You can grow your cities, you can expand your cities, you can create more units. You can do a whole lot of things, and the nice thing is you can see that circle there on the left, the purple circle. That's going to prompt you to complete everything you need to before the end of your turn. It's going to remind you if you need to do some more research. It's going to remind you if you need to make a decision with your diplomacy with another leader. It's going to remind you to move all of your units, or at least skip the moves with all of your units for each play. So you're not going to miss anything, and I really did like that feature on here. So you can go through and not feel like you're always having to stay concentrated on every single asset. It's going to prompt you when it is time to do certain things. So one of the things you can do is grow your town or grow your city. In this case, I'm growing my town. It's giving me places where I can expand to, all those green hexagons. I'm going to expand there and get more food with the fishing little thing there. What you can also do is you can go into your town or your city and you can choose to build buildings. This is a town, so I purchase it right out and then I can choose to build it in a certain spot. And here it's prompting me to go through the proper procedures to build that fishing quay there. Once I do that, then you can see that it is created in that spot right there. Player movement is pretty easy. Select him with that front trigger by pointing at him, and then it'll tell you how many moves it's going to take to move that unit to that spot. So here I'm moving a scout, and as you move your scout around, then you can see new land is being discovered, and that's how you can go around and find new places. Inside of your city, you can go through and build a lot of different things, and in the top left corner of each of those, it's going to show you the amount of turns it's going to take in order for that building to be complete. If you click the little info icon, then that's going to tell you what it's going to give you by having that building built in your town. The same is going to be for units here. It tells you all the different things you need to know there, from turns it's going to take to create that unit to the info for each of those as well. Projects, same idea, and the wonders as well here. Those are all various things that you can do within your cities. You're going to come across some battling here, so you want to select your unit that is within range, and there it's going to give you all the information you need for that battle. And I had a slinger, they're range units, and so they don't take any damage when you're far away, which is really nice, and you can see it took out that unit there. So we have a research tree technology, and that's going to take you through the different ages, and as you do them, then you are going to be able to get more and grow more. There's a whole tree of different things here. We're talking military research, irrigation research, and more. Then we have a civics tree as well, and this is research for your towns, like writing and coins, pottery, all that kind of stuff, so that you can advance your civilization here as well. Both of them have these trees, and as one finishes, then it will prompt you to choose another one, so you don't have to remember when they're going to finish, which is really nice. You can go through and keep on researching. As you're playing for the first time, if you keep the tutorials on, as you get something new or you find something new, then there will be a window that pops up that does teach you about that thing and how to use it, which is really nice. As you play the game, you're going to come across various leaders. You can see those two sitting across from me most of this here, and with them you can either become allies or go to war with them. If you are allies, they can ask you for aid. You can do different things together that both advance yours and theirs civilizations, but in the end, of course, you do want yours to be the top, so you got to be careful that you don't get too close to them. So if you've played a civilization game before, then you'll know how things work, and you'll already be a step ahead of a lot of people. This just allows you to be immersed right into the game, right into the war table with other leaders, and you can get right up and close with each of your units, your cities, your towns as well, which I think is really great. In terms of playability, this is a more complex game than most other VR games that I've ever played, but that comes with a game that is this type of strategy game. This isn't just your gorilla tag or anything like that. This takes a lot of learning to get used to it, and that is a downside for some people, but in my opinion, that makes it a great game, and that also allows the playable hours to be a lot higher than some of the games, even some of the big name games that have come out that are story mode. This one will be able to be played longer because you can be a different leader each time. You can be a different faction. You can start in a different age. You can do so many different things, and it's going to be different every single time that you play. The graphics, I've heard some complaints about how things look. I really like the look of the building that we're in. It creates a really nice feeling as you're playing. If you look out that front doorway there, you can see it's like you're in ancient Rome. I really love that. The side rooms that you go into to do various things all look great, so I have no complaints with the graphics. It's not supposed to be a super realistic game. This is a civilization game that is like almost like a glorified board game, right? Price, it is a hefty price for a VR game, but like I said, if you're gonna put the hours into it, in the end, this is the same price as, or even a little bit cheaper than a Nintendo Switch game, anything like that. I think we're gonna start to see some of these more complex VR games up in price like that, so I can't blame them for it, but yes, it is a bit of a shock for some of us getting into VR here. Would I recommend it? If you love strategy games, if you played games like some of the original Warcrafts, I was a big Battle for Middle-earth fan. If you've played the old Civilization games or Age of Empires, Total War, Rome, I played that one. You're going to enjoy this game. Yeah, you're not right in the battles like some of those ones, but the strategy is the same, and going around and conquering, advancing your empires, it's going to give you that thrill. At least that's what it did for me. So I would recommend it. Those are my thoughts on it. If you have any questions about it, I'll do my best to answer them for you. Thank you for watching this one. We'll see you next time here on True North VR.